Sure. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, let's do I'm Hampton, I'm Dave, I'm Goofus, I'm Gal.
Okay. Well, I'll just say I'm Goofus. I'll just do it. And then
Okay.
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 Are you ready to record?
Yeah, let's do a countdown.
3,
No, from
2.
100. Okay.
Okay, 100, 99. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. All right. Hey, you're listening to Y'all Ever. I'm Goofus.
And I'm Gallant, and this is a podcast.
And that's a reference that Hampton knows and I don't, but I went with it because that's what he wants, and I do everything Hampton wants.
I'm Doofus, and I'm Goofus.
And what's up, dude? You're listening to the Drunk Cast.
If Dave had had his way, Highlights for Children would have been featured a cartoon of two kids who both made bad mistakes.
What?
Goofus and Goofus.
I didn't understand that at all.
I'm just saying, man, if you haven't seen Goofus and Gallant, maybe you can't ever understand this. I mean, they're a dyad. They're a dichotomy. They are,
So Goofus is the one who fucks up and Gallant is the one who's good at shit?
Yeah, it's super abusive to the idea that when children fuck up, they should be called Goofus.
And so your joke was that if it were up to me, I would want it to be two Goofuses?
Yeah, Goofuses.
Okay.
If Dave had control of the fucking school, it would be anarchy.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. I don't like people to be good at stuff, except me. By the way, our theme song, our new theme song for Y'all Ever, when we made the switch, is written and recorded by Stephen Babcock, the lead singer of the band Pup. He is at Stephen Babcock on all this stuff, and his band Pup is at Pup the Band on everything. And I don't know, man, I just fucking love the song.
Yeah, I've been feeling kind of remiss that we haven't been shouting it out more. It's such a great song, and I was blown away with the amount of effort he clearly took with it for something so stupid as Y'all Ever.
I know, dude. He sent us 3 options, and I remember. Do you remember? I remember getting them and just being like, "Well, these are all perfect. What about that one?" And he was like, "Okay, cool. I'll go into the studio and I'll make it sound actually good." And we were like, "Yeah, or that one's already good." I don't know. He put so much work into it.
You're like, I don't really like music. I can't honestly, dude. It all kind of sounds the same to me.
I see. There's more work to be put into it. Oh, sure, dude. Whatever.
Sorry, I'm kind of a Goofus. I kind of just do my own thing.
No, it was very funny. I don't know. I guess I come from a place of, I don't know. I guess it was just such a big act to record a thing that we I was just like, maybe you want to work on this. And then he recorded it on his phone. And so that was so amazing to me. You know what I mean? The fact that it could have gotten even better. I was like, sure, whatever, man, I guess. Yeah. You can record professionally, but this is perfect.
Can I just have your phone?
He was like, Dave, this is bad. This is bad. It's not good. And I was like, I don't know. Anything anyone ever makes is unbelievable.
I know, that was funny. I kept insisting. I was like, don't ask for more, for sure. And
right.
You're like, I'm not. This is out of my hands.
He just cut to me being like, I'm demanding more. No, he needs to give us more.
We're like, we kind of want a theme song, and he just comes back with an atom bomb. And we're like, no, it's way too complicated.
That's too much, dude.
You gotta pull
it back. Set this off. I'm gonna blow this up in my hometown.
How's your quarantine going?
Oh man.
Good? That good. That good.
Yeah, man.
Damn,
you guys can't see if you're not watching the video, but I got a disco ball going in here, man. I got fucking
fog machines,
naked women,
ladies.
I hired ladies
about it. Yeah, I just like to paint nudes. It's not sexual. I'm into art.
They're actually the topless maids, but I decided to give them the day off. I decided to pay their salary for a day so they could have a break. But they're topless because they don't own shirts.
They can't own shirts yet.
Well, that's why they're topless maids. It's not, that they want to be. It's just, they just like made it work,
Well, it sounds like it's been a real party, Dave.
Yeah, dude. I've, I don't know, dude. It's fine, I guess. I had like a little bit of a freak out 5 or 6 days ago. And at the time, I was just like, earlier this week, I got really lonely and I kind of bugged out. And the way that it felt was I was like really panicking about whether or not I have friends. But that's like what happens in my head when I am depressed. Like that's how it always shows its head. And it's funny to like, we've now been in quarantine long enough for it to be at least enough of a normal that we're applying our regular bullshit to this normality. So I'm like thinking shit like, why didn't I get invited to that Zoom call?
That's so funny. Yeah. Y'all ever get your normal bullshit inside of an emergency? That's so funny. You're like seeing them like stack bodies onto a truck, like just dead bodies. You're like, yeah. I wasn't invited.
Yeah. Oh man. I never get to drive the truck.
Some people have all of the luck. You're just seeing the Digger waves. Wow, lucky son of a bitch. No, it's weird to not like. I mean, envy is so natural for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like
and FOMO kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like, so where do you apply it? I would have imagined it would have all just gone onto your roommate, and it would be the next direct human body to you.
Oh no, I mean that's partially what I'm talking about. I had a day where I panicked the whole day that my friend Chris, who I live with, who is currently the only other person alive to me. I just had a whole day where
the Omega Man, but he has like a Kramer best friend who lives next door. Damn, dude.
Dude, that would be so funny if the way that my home life with Chris was exactly like Seinfeld and Kramer. He just always, hey man, and I'm like, wow.
I've got a crazy way to make money, Dave.
Yeah,
We're gonna make our own money.
Dave, there's a very bright light outside my fucking room every day. I'm going nuts. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I just spent a day being like, he hates me.
Yeah.
Like, and then we ended up talking about it, and it's really funny. We're like two, fairly, when it comes down to it, fairly chill, especially him, grown man. And now we're both recording on a Zoom H6 recorder. Up until this moment right now, Hampton's audio was from the recording in the Zoom app, and that's why it sounded like shit. It's Hampton's fault.
Yeah.
Hampton's the one who messed it up, and not me.
Guess I'm a real goofus.
Oh my.
I guess the goofus turned out to be a Hampton. I guess they should put Hampton in highlights for children to teach children not to be so fucking dumb.
Wow. Jesus.
If I may.
This is where they got the saying, looks like the goofus has become the gallant.
Well, right? I just feel, yes.
Thank you, Hampton. Thank you for validating me. Jesus Christ. Did you see, by the way, that I dressed up for you today?
No, it's not really.
Oh, well,
not really coming through there, Dave.
You don't think it's a nice shirt? Man, right. I hate this fucking show.
I've definitely seen you in better shirts for less nice people than me. You have been more dressed up for less good friends.
Damn, dude. I don't know, man. I like this is the nicest I've dressed in a month. I'm wearing a button-up shirt with flowers on it. Look at this, dude. Come on, man.
That's a good point. I mean, if we are using that looks great. If we're using though the last month as the metric, then the fact that I'm not wearing like, shit-stained.
Well, that's my whole point. I
my shit-stained tuxedo.
I haven't put a button-up shirt on. First of all, this is a great shirt, and fuck you. But secondly, I haven't put a button-up shirt on, I don't think, since this all started. And I was looking in my closet, and I was like, which ratty old sweatshirt with cum stains on it should I put on? And then I was like, well, there's video of this show. I'm gonna look nice. I think, it's interesting that you look like that, but whatever.
I enter my walk-in closet of just cum and shit-stained, pants and sweatpants, just sweatpants. And I go in there, I'm like the girl from Clueless. I'm just going through it, picking out all my options. Here's the thing. I like your floral print shirt. I'm not a big fan of wearing two shirts at the same time.
Oh.
I run very hot, so the idea to me is ludicrous to begin with.
Wait, so if you wear a button-up shirt, you don't wear a shirt under it?
Never, can't do it.
Damn, dude, that's weird.
Feels super uncomfortable. Well, Dave, I'm already wearing my bulletproof vest, so that's already like 30 pounds. 30
and you have those very big pecs. You have very big pecs.
And my titties, my pecs and titties.
Right. Well, you got titties, then you got the pecs, from all the creatine and also the chips. What they don't tell you is that if you eat a lot of cheese and you lift, then you have titties and you got a flat ass The Rock chest on top of them titties. Yeah, dude. Your chest looks weird.
Yeah. I like that blaming me getting sub tits is like, well, those are the tits, and now I just have pecs on top. Clearly, those are the pecs smushing down the tits.
Totally. I like to have a fat stomach, hot chest, fat stomach.
Try to look like a baby. I want to be a big baby.
Yeah, man.
I feel like the movie WALL-E really called it that in the future we're all just babies in wheelchairs or whatever.
Man, we're getting there already, Except we're not in space.
Both of our chairs literally have wheels on them. I mean,
exactly, dude.
This is getting crazy.
I haven't walked in years. So we were saying before we had to pause and get the audio changed. I was saying that it's like in 3 years of living with my roommate, we've never like had a talk about being friends, but in this quarantine, it's happened twice. And it was never really that shitty or dramatic or anything, but yeah, I just like brought it up to him that I was having that rough time. And I was like, and he was like, oh dude, yeah, no, I never thought anything like, and I was like, I assumed. And he was like, yeah, thanks for telling me. I'll let you know. And I was like, I'll let you know too. And then we hugged and then we moved on. And it was honestly really nice. And so ultimately me worrying about being accepted by my roommate, the person that I have the most evidence that we are friends, ended up bringing us together. But it's also just so funny that quarantine is doing that. It's like really forced me, and I assume everyone, to check my emotions in like an extreme way.
Yeah. I mean, I've really not been reaching out to people. Like I've completely I'm already like fairly depressed and fairly into self-isolation anyway. But like a lot of it right now is like, oh, I don't know if I want to even reach out to that person because like, I'm not anything really to them, like I'm a friend, but it's like they've got larger shit going on. And then the conversation is likely going to be like, yeah, I'm really sad. Are you sad? I don't want to put my problems on people. That's the way I feel. I know it's a bad decision and I'm pushing people away, but it's like, I can't lie. That's exactly how I've been during this whole like quarantine.
Man, it's interesting to hear. Like, first of all, I don't know whether or not it's pushing people away. I think depends on the person. I know what you mean. Ideally, we would all be the type of person that would be comfortable reaching out to people we love, but it's all, I don't know. I'm bad with that too. I'm bad. Very, very often I'll be like, I want to talk to that person. And then my next thought is like, yeah, but they don't like me, or yeah, they're mad at me about this, or they got bigger fish to fry, or whatever. I don't want to bug them, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this about quarantine though. It's funny. That's not the case for me. I definitely reacted right away I had a pretty long period, a few weeks of really reaching out to people and checking in at least. And then I ended up like FaceTiming with a handful of friends, or like playing Switch games with friends and family online.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week, and I think this happened to kind of a lot of people all at once. This is why I freaked out earlier in the week. It kind of all sunk in further this week, that it's like real. It's like very real. And then I like very early in the week, like in the weekend, I FaceTimed with a couple people I'd been like playing phone tag with. And then after doing that, I now am like, man, I can't do that right now. I haven't been reaching out to people for almost a week. And it's because of a feeling of like, kind of what you said at the end there, where like, it feels like if I reach out to people right now, it's validating how fucked up this is. Like before, it was a little bit of a sleepover, which I've said a few times on different shows, but it was, and we were reaching out and we were being like, you know, this sucks and it's painful and people are dying, but we're going to get through this together. But now it's been a month. And so it's, my FaceTime with you is our only hangout.
No, I know.
So I mean, sad.
I think we've talked about this a bit off mic, and it's like, I just know we kind of been processing this whole thing at different, speeds and different times. And like, I mean, when it was like starting the lockdown, I was so suicidal. Like, this is it. We're all dead. Here we go. Because the stakes, like, it was all coming at me. Like, I was like, here's what it's all going to be for like a year or two, And I was just like, it's like getting a prison sentence and you freaking out in court. You're like, no, just kill me now. Just fucking kill me now. And it's like, as time has gone on, I'm like, it's validating and it helps me kind of ease down. And then I think I will have the ability to reach out to people when I feel like things are in a kind of a holding status, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that's kind of been my view on it, is like, yeah, I've been self-isolating because I didn't want to put it on people or something like that, and like, I don't know. I also have been kind of inspired by the amount of like comics and people just I see reaching out and trying their best to like, I don't know, maintain or like create something positive.
Yeah. I mean, it is inspiring. It's interesting. Yeah, I guess if you're, I mean, you got to do what you got to do, man. And if you really thought that you were going to like bring people down or something, I mean, it's nice of you to do that, but also probably hurt you in the process, right? The self-isolating? Or do you think the self-isolation was good?
I don't know. It's almost like I couldn't do anything else. And I think I was genuinely freaking out so much that I was like, what am I going to text my friend how you're doing? I might kill myself tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's too much baggage to put on someone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in a sincere way. Like, when I tend to get super suicidal, I self-isolate because I don't want to even like be, having just talked to somebody acting like it was fine, right before it isn't,
I mean, I can tell you as your friend, I feel the opposite way. I wish that you would reach out when you feel suicidal.
I kind of was like, this is, especially with this, I mean, it's like, I hear you. And that's super, that's of course the appropriate mental way to take it. But this is so odd. Like, it's like everyone is experiencing this. And everyone's experiencing it differently, but literally everyone's going through this. And it's like,
Not me.
Yeah, the guy is like, nah, it's been. I go out, I go to clubs, I meet chicks, I fucking bang, I go do spots, I go do my spots, I go do.
Dude, I will say this: I ran into my neighbor just going on a walk the other day.
Mm.
And it was my first time seeing someone in person that I knew that wasn't my roommate. And the first thing that happened, by the way, was I kind of like freaked out. I was like, "Hey, say stuff to me, talk." I was like, I wouldn't leave him alone. I was like, he was like, "Yeah, well, good to see you." And I was like, "Well, what else is up?" And I just was so desperate to talk to him. But he is a dude that I like and see around. He's a really nice guy, and he's funny. He has this like adorable dog. But his attitude about it was so kind of alarming because I was like, "How are you feeling in all this?" And he literally goes, "Oh yeah, I mean, you know what, man? I just fucking get high all day, every day anyway, and I'm pretty entertained by like audiobooks and stuff. So I'm good." And I was like, "What?"
Jesus Christ. That's awesome. Honestly,
I know.
I was thinking about coughing a lot and dying. Like, I thought, like, that's pretty much what I was doing. So this literally doesn't affect me.
I honestly don't remember it's happening until every Wednesday, which is the day I read the news.
It's like me being like, honestly, how's it affecting me? Well, normally every day I'm just crying, so at least now there's like a reason. Now I can be like, oh yeah, because of Corona's like,
Sure. Yeah, dude. My wife doesn't think I'm pathetic. Not right now. I interrupted you with that joke. It's affecting everybody, you were saying.
Sorry, it's cutting out the audio a bit. No. Thank God we switched to the Zoom. I've literally had the exact opposite recently where I live just, in this neighborhood and we just got a dog. So we have to take it out for walks. And, the general rule is like once around the block, But so therefore I'm now suddenly seeing like a couple times a day the same neighbors.
Oh, sure.
So right away it was like, I had like a long conversation with one of them, but then it's like every time I go outside now, I get roped into like a Larry David Seinfeld, like too long conversation.
Right.
And the guy was always weird because it's like he saw the dog once and then the next time and then every other time since then, he's been like, she looks so much better than the first time I saw her. The first time she looked like she was dying and now she looks happy. And I'm like, she wasn't that bad. Like he's just antagonized me. But now I've been doing like, if I see him up the street, I turn around and I start walking the other way.
Good. Dude.
Like, yeah.
That's a very specific type of social anxiety that I feel. That's exact type of person who like is nice and kind and a good presence, but like your interactions are so banal. Mm-hmm. Because you don't have anything to say to each other, it makes me so uncomfortable. Dude, I'll never forget, one of my last corporate jobs, there was a guy that I would walk by every day, and every day he would tell me the amount of days until Friday. Every day. It was so crazy, dude. It was just like, wow. Hey, what's up, man? Wednesday, dude. Just 2 more days. 2 more days, dude.
It's like the little girl from The Ring, like the little girl from The Ring. She's like, dude, it's Tuesday, 4 more days, and then it's fucking weekend, dude.
You're gonna die, dude.
You're gonna die.
I'm gonna crawl out of a fucking VHS tape or whatever happens in that movie.
So fucking funny. Yeah. He calls you up on the weekend. Dude, guess what? 4 days until next weekend.
2 more days until I gotta count the days. Yeah. What's funny is that it's not like I don't even hate him for it, and I don't because I get it. Like being it's social awkwardness, and we all have it, but it's so hard for me to process. And I wish I could have gone up to him and been like, buddy, for my benefit, could we say just hi? But you can't because that would be rude. And then I'm the dick.
I've even had that. Like, I hate, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I hate like social awkwardness. That's entirely on my end. The other person is having a great time talking to me.
That's the thing.
I'm a delight.
Wednesday, dude.
It's just so draining to me where they're like, your dog has a red collar. I'll be like, yeah. And they're like, I have a red car. I'm like, all right, look, man, I gotta go blow my brains out. And it's gonna make a perfect image of your face on the wall with my fucking brains if you don't shut the fuck up right now. So
man, you know what this just made me think, you know, Clifford the big red dog? Did that mean that he's fast?
Yeah, he's of course fast.
He's red.
Yeah, oh my God. Dude,
are red dogs fast just like red cars are fast? I'm referencing a joke from 3 years ago on this podcast during the time where we had the least amount of listeners. So nobody understood, including you. No one knew what I was talking about.
The podcast was called a different name. We were
it was called people. Diarrhea Fight.
All right, hear me out. Clifford the big red dog probably has a big red penis.
Dude, I'll bet he does.
Big red old.
Hey, you know what else is pretty good? Pizza. Pizza's good. Big dicks are good. I like a dog with a big dick, and I like a pizza with a lot of cheese. You know what
I mean? I'm a simple guy. You know? I'm a simple guy, you know. I like dogs with big dicks, and I like a nice thin crust pizza, New York style.
Yeah, New York style, covered in grease. I want my pizza to be covered in grease.
You should always have a dog with just a gigantic dick that would wreck anybody. But then, you know, you want to fold your pizza. You want to be able to fold it.
Fold it over, you know, like you ordered a pizza, but then because of choices you made, it becomes a calzone. That's what you want to be able to do with your pizza.
I wish I had Clifford the big red dog, and it would eat my neighbor.
I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener.
No.
Sorry. Okay, no. That's another riff. That's a different riff. Okay.
Hear me out on that. Owning a gigantic dog that eats my neighbors.
Damn, that's funny. Why? Because of the small talk?
Yeah, exactly. That would literally be the funniest fucking thing in the world to me, is my neighbor being like, I actually have a son who lives in Sacramento. And then a dog comes out of the sky and removes him from the earth and eats him and then shits out his skeleton in front of his dumb wife.
There is something particularly punishing about really, really boring conversation, and I don't know what it is. Just like,
well, you know, all right, I'll go a little deep into it, because I've made people feel bad at times. Like, I've literally flipped at people and been like, "You have to shut the fuck up," like that sort of thing. Like, but
oh my God, that's so mean.
Well, they're being mean because they're consciously not seeing the boredom on your face. And not giving a shit. And it's like, okay, so no one's told this person. Like, the parents should have stepped in at some point and said, you know, not everything you say is like brilliant. Just shut up. You know, like not abuse, but like just kind of tell your child, hey, you know, you're like,
that's so funny.
You're special, but you're not important. You know, shut up.
You know, I switched from table salt to rock salt, actually. So,
all right. Where's that dog?
No, I was just thinking, like, I get you. Like, my frustration, there's also, because you're not just talking about bad small talk, though. You're talking about a certain personality type of person who it's a thing that they're not reading your facial cues, combined with, I think, having a lot of free time or something. I have a couple of good friends that are like this, and you know them too, where when I see them, I'm like, all right, lock in, bro. This is going to be 30 minutes fucking minimum, dude. Like, how are you? You're like, how have you been? Oh, you know, well, I just, I moved out of that apartment with my girlfriend, and we're still together, but we're going to be living apart, you know, and I sold my car to CarMax. It's, I sold it, but they didn't give me enough money.
Yeah.
So I still need more money for the down payment on this car. And you're just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. You know how Cliff Notes, doesn't just give the play-by-play of the book. Then Hamlet goes in the room and he picks up the cup, then he drinks a little bit from it, then he puts it down. Anyway, this Cliff Notes is somehow longer than the book. Yeah, no, it's like, you want to just, what's relevant? Just,
like you, I don't know, though.
Time.
I do think that knowing our audience and knowing ourselves and how I would feel listening to it. If I were listening to this, I would be like, are they talking about me? And I just want you to know if you're listening, we're not talking about you.
Absolutely not. You're cool.
Yeah, no, for real. Don't, there's no need to be self-conscious about this. We're just venting about, one person in my life. You, the listener, I guarantee you feel this. This is the thing. Totally. It's also a trickle-down phenomenon. Like, literally, I can't imagine the type of person that my neighbor gets bored at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a trickling slope of dumbness. Dude, you know what we should do? I think I might do this on Get Stupid, which, by the way, is my new podcast, which you can download on all the platforms. I host it, just me. It's on my website, davetotheross.com. Check it out. Get Stupid. You should listen to it. We should do competitive small talk on
oh my God.
Stupid. How great would it be? A small talk podcast? Yeah. Just have like a famous person on your show and you're like, so what's up with you? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, what's with the weather? It's been like 73 degrees all day.
Yeah, totally. It's totally just really nice. And I used to get my weather from the weather app on my iPhone, but I just decided I'm going to actually pay for a New York Times subscription because they have a better weather thing on their site,
Oh, how does the subscription numbers break down?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Is it something I should move on?
Definitely. Yeah. No, I'm really glad. Yeah, I'm glad you asked because this is pretty interesting. So you pay $8 a month if you want the gun in your mouth.
So
pay $12 a month if you want the gun up your ass.
Yes, sir. That gun comes directly to your mouth. There's no extra charge on that. We put the gun directly in your mouth.
Here's the gun. You get to hold the gun whether you subscribe to New York Times or not. But subscribers are the ones that get to have it in their mouth.
Yeah, nice.
Well, shit, dude. Maybe we should read some fucking y'all evers from our amazing fan base. What do you think?
I think that'd be super cool. You guys also check out Patreon episodes. We put up Patreon episodes every week. There should be one up right now. Do it. Go check it out. Join.
There definitely is one up right now. We put up one bonus episode a week for $5 patrons and up, and then $10 patrons get the video of that episode. Those have been so fucking fun. Check that out. Also, we gave a bunch of, if you're new to the show, the way we do it is we give a prompt to sort of to inspire some thoughts. So stories you might want to share with us. The email is y'alleveremail@gmail.com. Email us, honestly, any thoughts you have, any stories you want to share with us. But we say these prompts to get you thinking about what we're talking about. Any prompt you ever hear you have a story for, just message us. We always want to hear. But we gave 3 on the last episode for some reason.
People felt buried, apparently.
Yeah, we got one message from a guy that was like, I don't know what to answer.
Like, sorry, dude. Yeah,
I get it, man. I got bad anxiety. I get it.
We'll get to them all in due time. And don't worry that if you have a bunch, then send us a bunch.
Send us a bunch. Yeah, we're and then more prompts will come up and they'll relate to other ones. And they all sort of center around like the prompts are basically these: are you bad or are you good? They all boil down to that. Hampton had 2 last week that I really liked. One was y'all ever learn something new in quarantine, and y'all ever experience personal growth in quarantine? And those are good.
By the learn something new, I guess I mean like actually like, are you trying to like learn guitar? Like, are you trying to learn video editing, something specific. And how's it going?
Totally.
You know, and then the other one's a more personal journey, I guess. I don't know how we touched on both of those things last episode, but those were my two.
Well, I think what happened was that it came on the tail end of me saying mine, which was, y'all ever do some weird shit because you're super fucking lonely in quarantine? And I think you were like, well, maybe we need to chill out.
Dave's being a real goofus.
You're really goofing this up, dude. I need to be gallant right now. Speaking of doing shit in quarantine, is the garden just done, dude? How's the garden going?
Well, so today me and Georgia got in a very quick argument about the garden because she was pouring coffee like grounds on I just can't have that, you know. I just can't have that kind of insolence in my house. Where
you don't want your tomatoes to wake up.
That's the thing is, like, it's really hard if two people are trying to garden stuff and not communicating what both are doing. Like, I've already planted all of those plants in coffee grounds, and like I was just looking up today, like how acidic it all could like ruin the plants, and I was like, oh, am I fucking up? And then I saw her doing it, and I was like, oh shit, like. So
wait, okay, so where we're at with the garden is you tried, you worked on it, and then they died, and now you're trying again.
Well, some are still alive, and now there's a bit of a mutiny with Georgia, is what I'm saying. There's a bit of a
she's encroaching on your land.
She's encroaching on my land.
Wow, dude.
Is what I'm saying. So it's not only are the crops dying, but now I have invaders. This is very much a Dust Bowl situation, and I honestly don't know if I'll be able to keep all of my pets.
Okay. Wow, this is way more complex than I thought the answer would be. I kind of just thought you would be like, it's good.
Oh, really, Dave? You thought you could just go up to a farmer and go, oh, how's the farming? And he's going to go, oh, well, it's great. You know, no problems.
Man, yeah. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the 3 square foot dirt patch behind your Prius was farming. But
Dave, it's going farm to table. And I'm even thinking about putting my table just out in the farm. Like, save the step of the two, you know?
Just because you put one potted plant on a table doesn't mean, that's not what it means.
Yeah, I'm going farm to table, dude. I've been farm to tabling a long time. So I don't know. The garden is in, it's like half dead. I don't know. Like, one tomato plant's doing really well, 2 lettuce plants still holding on, and 1 cucumber plant. Okay,
and those are all from the original planting.
Yes.
Did you plant anything new?
No.
Okay.
I have some seeds, which I'm going to take all the dead stuff and till it all into like a new, I'm just going to start over a bit, take everything that's working and plant them a little bit more secluded. And I'm going to tear up everything else, and I'm going to start over with seeds.
Okay.
And just see how it goes.
Did you know that eating seeds is a pastime activity?
Shut the fuck up. Literally, I was so bummed out yesterday. I was like trying to I was like, System of a Down must have a live album, and they didn't, and I was so mad. And then
they don't? That's weird.
Don't. I know.
Man.
It's like, it's crazy. It'd be amazing for that.
Well, they're too busy eating seeds.
Eating seeds, dude.
Yeah, man.
I'll let you know how the garden goes from there. If Georgia opposes me more, there might be some sort of insurrection that I have to quell. But it's all good, dude. Life on the farm.
From the farm, dude. Okay, dude. Well, I hope your invading farmer gets taken down.
Oh, by the way, Georgia and I have a podcast called Nice Bum, Where You're From. She's my wife. It's all good. Listen to me complain about coffee grounds and stuff on our very fun podcast. Nice Bum, Where You From.
We're going to take a little break, and then we'll come back with your stories of growth and loneliness. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
You'll never weird yourself out.
Dave, did you see the update by Eric Garcetti, the mayor of LA?
No.
He said the toxicity of our city
Wow.
We got too much toxicity because we're all eating seeds.
Neither of us could think of the rest of that lyric. I think is what happened there.
Of our
The
city,
toxicity
of our city, of our city. He just says that.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Nobody on the world." Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Garcetti did. He said, "Nobody on the world. I own this auto, this auto. No, somebody take the secret and silence, It was the best speech he's ever given.
Man, I still, we make fun of that era of music so much, but I fucking love that record, man. The first song on that record is Prison Song. You remember that song?
Yeah.
We're trying to build a prison. We're trying to build a prison. Dude. They really went for it on that album.
They were born pissed.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what, it's a prison? What? Huh?
They're trying to build a prison. Man. Yeah,
they're mad
dude.
about waking up. Waking up and putting on makeup and brushing. All that. That fucking pisses them off.
Yeah, they're mad about smoking their cigarro. You know what I mean? Fucking chill.
Chill. Why not just have a cigarro and just relax?
You would think if you kept getting hypnotized and mesmerized, you would fucking sleep.
I cannot believe they don't have a live album. They have some live tracks, but no live album. That's insane.
Smash cut
insane.
to like 10 different times they recorded an album, and Surge is like, I don't know, it sounds like shit. I don't know why.
Wow, a second Armenian genocide just happened.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, guys. System of a Down syndrome. Am I wrong?
What? What are they doing? I don't even know what that riff was.
What do you own the world? How do you own the world?
No, Hampton. No.
Let's get into, I don't want to do my Armenian accent.
Me neither.
Guys, Patreon episodes of this every week. If you want more content that you can't see on regular internet, if you guys want some of the underground comedy of Dave Ross and Hampton Young, go to patreon.com/y'allever, and for $5 a month, that's less than a sandwich, I think. You can support whatever this is, and Dave and I can eat sandwiches.
Whatever this is. It's amazing.
It's not just a podcast, dude. It's a lifestyle.
Dude, let's read some emails. We got a really good one from one of your prompts from Dean.
I was blown away. The subject line here is, this is learning something in quarantine. He wrote in the subject line, I'm learning fucking Korean.
Such a good subject line. Oh my God.
I can tell it's he's a little pissed that he's he starts off, you can use my name. I'm Dean. Straight to the point. I love this guy. Yeah. I'm learning fucking Korean. Isolation got me so shook. I'm like, fucking might as well learn fucking Korean.
That's amazing.
I love it. Been doing it for 2 weeks now. It's going well. I know the basics. I'm sure you do. I'm sure. For the love of God, don't attempt it on any Korean.
Do you know how to say quarantine yet? I feel like that's your first word right now.
Yeah, it's same. That's their word. Quarantine. They call it quarantine too.
They call it quarantine. That's a Korean word. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Because I know how to say I'm learning fucking Korean in Korean.
Damn, that's crazy. Is that true? Write us back, Dean. Is that a joke, or do you really know how to say I'm learning fucking Korean Korean?
It's a catch-all. He goes, so I can pretty much talk to anyone now. That's true. You can just go, I'm learning. Like no one can argue with you that you're technically we're all kind of learning Korean.
Man, that's funny to think that, what is, like, how far into learning a language do you learn how to say the name of the language? Like, when we were learning English, which number word we learned do you think was English? Probably, like, in the hundreds. I knew how to say, like, boat before I knew how to say English.
Yeah, you were like,
and I love boats.
English boat.
I love boats, dude.
Before I could really talk about England's Navy, though, I had to be quite an adult. Say, that's an English boat.
Right. That's not a childish American boat like I used to have when I was an idiot.
Please don't call me a toddler. I'm a childish American. I'm not a toddler.
I'm not a toddler. I'm an idiot. Okay. Please stop calling me a baby. I'm stupid.
I'm stupid freaking American.
You're getting it wrong. I'm not young. I'm dumb. You fucking asshole.
But if you would check my cum levels, you'd know I'm full of it. I'm young, dumb, and obviously quite full of cum.
Look, I'm dumb and I am full of cum, but I am not young. And please stop saying that I'm young. I have a lot of cum inside me.
And I may be full of cum, but I am not dumb.
I realize that the commonly known phrase and the way to characterize people is young, dumb, and full of cum, but just because one is young and full of cum does not mean they are dumb, okay? You're dumb, and I'm a baby.
The judge banging on the gallows. He's right. Dear Lord, he's right. Give the boy back his right. He's right.
Dude, it's just so funny to think, too, that the phrase young, dumb, and full of cum is about a baby. Look at this thing. It's just young, dumb, and full of cum. Can't even feed itself.
Can't even feed itself. I think that's
okay.
Yeah. It's like a founding father quote. Young, dumb, full of cum shall pursue happiness. But everyone else, stock up on cum.
All men are full of cum.
He ends it with, big fan of the show. Hope you're all well. Stay safe, my dudes. Godspeed and rock on. Dean. P.S. Harvey Kellogg was a cuck.
Damn, dude. Is Harvey Kellogg the cereal guy?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's the guy that was raising Tony the Tiger with Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic was beating Tony the Tiger every day and pistol whipping him. Have you seen Tiger King yet? Have you seen Tiger King?
I have seen Tiger King. So I know who that is. I also don't.
Right.
Truly, though, who is Harvey Kellogg?
Harvey Kellogg, we might have mentioned him on the show or done even an episode. This is going back. I think it was related to Suicide Buddies.
I think that we did, someone in his family. Damn, we did a lot of people.
We did. I think we did everyone who's ever killed themselves.
Oh, wow, that's true. Well, that's why we had to end the podcast, because...
It was like, God damn, that's it. Well, that's it.
Oh, by the way, here's something I've been meaning to say. I'm going to say it real quick because it's no fun and I want to move on. But we didn't have too many people getting mad at us for ending the show. We did have a person or two, and that's fine. You're allowed to feel however you want to feel. Please, don't be rude to us, but feel however you feel about whatever you want. I have been meaning to say this, though. If you like Suicide Buddies and you like that premise for the show and you're bummed that premise is gone from the world, I'm not even saying this in a shitty way. You do it.
Yeah,
we have our blessing. You have our blessing.
Yeah.
We hope someone else picks up the mantle and moves on. We did it for as long as we can do it. That's how it is. It was fucking with us. We had to move on. But that premise, we don't own it. We want people to do it. We're excited at the idea of someone else doing a suicide podcast. And if you do, we'll promote it. I mean, as long as you're not, bad people.
Yeah, you've got to be funny. I mean, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, it's like it'd be funny if we left that premise and we're like, because we want to start a murder podcast, and we're the only ones who can now do it.
Yeah, we did that. It's done. We changed this to a bullying podcast where we.
Well, I think it's been one for a long time, Dave.
I guess that's true.
I think it's been one for, I don't know, a while.
Man, Hampton, I'm sorry that I said
I wish I could touch you. I miss Dave. Touch the screen, please. I need something.
There. The moon I'm a mouse and I'm in love.
Was he in love?
In Somewhere Out There, they were definitely in love, weren't they?
He was in. I think that was his sister. He was
exactly.
I mean, he's a mouse, so he's probably
fucking his sister. They're all related.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Pornhub is based off of mice. You know?
Yeah, fucking
Dad,
like mice. You know the phrase.
Dad fucks his litter of children.
His litter.
His litter. But I don't know.
He was in his step litter.
I thought that was about his sister.
Damn, I don't know, man.
Okay.
I haven't jerked off to that movie in a long time.
I used to love it. I haven't seen it in fucking forever, but
I do love that movie.
I do remember it being really well animated. Like even as a kid being like, whoa, like
totally.
Who made this? Because I knew it wasn't Disney. I was like, whoa, this looks great.
Go watch An American Tail if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Also, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't his girlfriend or his like sweetheart. I believe it. His sweetheart. It wasn't his sweetheart.
No, you're totally right. Maybe I'm wrong. Let us know, guys. How I know he goes to the West and then he creates Deadwood. Fievel creates Deadwood, and he just murders everybody in town.
Yeah. Fievel was actually the one who killed Wild Bill Hickok. Not a lot of people know that. That's the beginning of Deadwood. Yeah, man. Y'all ever feel feelings about the movie American Tail? That's a good prompt.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love it. I want to read one more email this week, and then we're also going to read more growth in quarantine emails and more weird shit because you're lonely in quarantine emails on our Patreon this week, patreon.com/y'allever. This one is from Andrew, and the subject line is, y'all ever want to bone a pillow in quarantine? And I feel like the answer for literally everyone is yes.
Even the pillow.
yeah.
It's the meat. Oh, sorry, it's cutting out.
A pillow sends an email to its favorite podcast, and it's like, y'all ever want to fuck a person in quarantine?
It's the me pillow guy. The guy who made Me Pillow.
My Pillow, like, that guy.
Yeah, My Pillow. He's like, I'm alone with these pillows, and I swear to God, I'm hearing like voices like, come
they want me.
They want me.
So this guy says there's this thing called a buttress pillow or buttress pillow that's like ergonomically designed to be the best pillow, and it's shaped like the upper half of a small woman's thighs and ass. My quarantine ass's first thought was, I want to fuck that pillow. My Lord.
Oh my shit.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Do it. Come on, pledge. Do it, dude. You're not in y'all ever if you don't do it.
So I went on Pornhub to see if anyone else has thought of this and done it. I don't know if I was expecting a review of it or what, but there were no results. So I went on their site, signed up with my email to get 15% off, put it in my cart along with a keychain. Oh, you didn't own it already?
Whoa. That's awesome.
Put it in my cart along with a keychain and a washable cover with a fun design on it. Then at the payment information, I was like, am I being dumb? So I jacked off. And then in the clarity moment that shows up post-masturbation, I decided not to buy this pillow. Wow. I feel like you're going to come across this impasse numerous times, man. I feel like you're going to have a moment of deciding whether or not to buy it. It's going to be in your cart more than once.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't already like looked at like fleshlights or something, you know what I mean? That is built to be fucked.
Yeah.
Or if you haven't already fucked the things around your house, I gotta say, it seems like you're going out of your way to fuck this pillow, and maybe there's something deeper there. Maybe maybe there's a connection. Maybe you and the pillow will hit it off. I don't know. I mean, online romances don't work usually, but we'll see.
I'm also gonna look up this pillow because look, dude, I can't even tell you how little. I hope you can hear my voice. I got no judgment of whatever fucking people are into sexually, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. But I do wonder, like truly, but I do wonder what this pillow looks like because, You know, we were talking about Seinfeld earlier. You know the episode, the fried chicken episode where Jerry is talking, or no, where Kramer's talking and Newman looks at him and he turns into a chicken. I wonder if that's what's happening to you. I wonder if you're just so starved for human contact, you just look at a pillow and you're like, it's shaped like a woman's thighs and ass, and like,
it's either weirder it's either weirder when you're like looking at a turkey leg and you think it's a pillow. You're like, ooh, if only. You look at your wife. You look at your wife and you're like, oh, if only you were a bunch of pillows.
Oh, I just looked this up, and this looks exactly like a butt. This looks exactly like a butt and legs. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
so
called.
It's like one of those.
It's literally in the shape of a butt. Look it up. The buttress pillow. Buttress. It's made and advertised to look like a butt, and I took it as meaning a small woman's butt in the sense that it was a small woman, and I didn't know why that delineation was made. But it does look like a smaller version of a woman's butt. That's what it looks like. No, I am so sorry that I doubted you, sir. You didn't look at a person and think they were a chicken. You looked at a chicken, and it was a chicken.
Yeah. It was a slightly different chicken. like, wait, it's not that chicken. It's that chicken. I support it. Go for it. I mean, what else are you going to do with your time?
Yeah, I guess. Are these made to fuck? Man.
Surely, for sure. Absolutely.
Right. I mean, what else is it for?
Yeah, like, I mean, can you imagine, like, you buy that for your son to, like, play video games on? Like, just sit on the pillow. It's like, it's a cool gaming pillow.
Yeah, pull your dick out and play Mario Kart.
Pull your dick out and play
Son, get in here. Take your clothes off and play Smash Brothers.
God.
What?
I don't know. I've fucked a pillow. Now that I think about it, I think I've definitely used a pillow to jack off in my time on this earth. It's happened.
I know I never have, but I know a ton of people who have. Like a lot of comics have told me. I mean, I know a bunch of comics that have fucked fruit, like cut a hole in a fruit and fucked it.
I was like, have I done that? I don't think so. Like, I really
I've never
don't.
done that.
Yeah. I think I've put one in some top ramen. I've put it in some boiling top ramen. Stir it up.
Oh, what in a boiling
You know your dick.
Ramen?
You put your dick in the top ramen.
Oh yeah.
I'm so horny. I'm gonna put the kettle on. This is gonna be fucking great.
Damn. I am actually it's funny, like, look, we all are. I'm fucking horny in this quarantine, you know? I'm quarantined, man. I'm a grown-up. I like sex. I can't believe you got all the way to this butt pillow being in the cart and you didn't do it. I think that's incredible.
I think you should start a You should start a suicide podcast, get a Patreon going, raise the money for the butt pillow to have sex with, and then that will be how you met. That would be your relationship story.
Totally.
I kind of wish I could just have something like that. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Oh, no, nothing. I'm just going to read the last paragraph of his email. He wrapped up by saying, also, I haven't been doing anything this quarantine besides working, playing Fallout 4, eating candy, and jacking off. One more note before I say goodbye. A few weeks ago, Dave asked if my email story was real. And yes, 100% the only joke in my emails is the way I write them every story. Thought and action is real. Sincerely, Andrew. Oh, man, what other email did he send? I'm going to look this up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. This is the guy who sent us the email about stopping wiping before you're done because it's just taking too long.
Oh, you called him out on that?
I mean, no, we read it on the podcast. And so that we have I didn't even notice that. We have our first case of someone getting 2 stories through. I guess we are particularly interested in this man's life.
Please give us updates on the wiping. Just make this a personal DM to me, Hampton Yunt, at Hampton Yunt.
Oh, man.
I would love that.
It turns out we are interested in butt-related things. Pillows and whatever.
Somebody bought my album from my website. It comes in a cassette with like a digital download code. But like I haven't been really getting many orders, but especially like during the quarantine, like not moving a lot of units. So
right,
like,
of course.
someone bought one, and in the package I just put in like a couple like tissues of toilet paper. Like, and I put it in like a little Ziploc, and I was like, in case you shit yourself laughing. And I was like, I'm gonna do that for everyone who buys a cassette. This is my promise to you. You're gonna get a little bit of toilet paper from the old.
Where do they get that? Is it HamptonYunt.com where you sell those?
Yeah, HamptonYunt.com. Let's unload some of these guys and the toilet paper.
Also, I sell shit on my website, DaveToTheRoss.com. What, dude? We should like group our tapes into a thing that people can buy together.
Yeah, and it's heavier to throw in the river, and they'll sink faster.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, we should tie our tapes to a brick, and people can buy that for free.
You get a free brick to smash in someone's face if they don't like the comedy. Good. It's a good service.
Well, Andrew and Dean, thank you so much for writing us. If you're listening and you're like, oh, someone got 2 in and I sent 1 in and you didn't even read mine yet, we don't worry. We are getting your emails and reading them, and we're moving through them, and we just appreciate you. And we probably won't be repeating people much.
Yeah. This was, of course, because we fucked up. But that's cool because we're going to allow us the fuck up. Do you understand why it's okay when I do things wrong?
Look,
we're two goofuses. Do you understand two goofuses?
It's so funny. I was like stopping myself from saying that, and I don't know why. It's true. We just fucked up. We did not mean to, though we do appreciate the butt pillow email. Yeah. The email's y'all ever email
please
at gmail.com. Y'all ever email at gmail.com. I don't know if that got through. I don't know if I got out. And then phone number. We haven't played a voicemail yet, but the phone number is 802-43-butts. So if you want an audio version of your story, leave it there. Yeah. We just haven't gotten many.
The prompts are still the same as we said in previous episodes. So we're also waiting to get to a couple emails. So if you want to write us, this is all good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let us know your stories. Y'all ever learn something new in quarantine? Y'all ever experience personal growth in quarantine? Y'all ever do some weird shit because you're lonely? For example, fuck a pillow in quarantine. And then just the general, like, y'all ever have a hard time in quarantine? We're always interested in those stories because this shit is hard for everyone. And please share. It'll help you get through it. Hearing your stories will help us and other people get through it. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Check out some Patreon episodes if you want at patreon.com/y'allever, and we'll be back next week. You guys, take care.
We love you so much. Glad you're alive. Bye.
Scarpins Avenue.